What the hell are you talking about?
It was a sunny bright April day in the town of New Brunswick in Cheston. We were British. Really British. I was just coming home from my school to my mummy. I was wearing some beautiful new blue shoes. Suddenly, I stepped in what appeared to be a puddle. A white puddle. Bugger! I spat as I stared at my shoes. There's some kind of goo in it. I sat on my bum and tried to scrape off the goo. As I tried to scrape the bloody goo off, I noticed it was firmly affixed to the sole of my shoe. It had a disgusting pungent odor to it and was slightly translucent. An old man, grizzled and with grey beard, walked by with his famous hunch and spoke. "Hey, boyo! You have some sort of goo on your bloody foot!" He shouted at me. He walked away. Wow. What an uneventful interaction. I still had the problem of the skunk on my shoe to deal with. Suddenly, it sounded as if the goo made a noise. Gooba. It mewed. Gooba goo. Not wanting me old mum to yell at me again, I decided to head home and deal with the old goo dilemma later. When I got home, my mom looked at me and screamed and pointed at me. "Blimey," she shouted. "You've late from school again, you knobhead," my dear mother spoke. But suddenly, I felt different. Usually when my mother yells at me, I get scared. But now, "Grrr!" I yelled in a British rage before running to punch my stupid mom. I stopped myself when my fist was a centimetre away from a wee head. "Oi, what's happening to me?" I shrieked before running up to my room. Something came over me. I was getting angrier and angrier. Gooba. I just can't help myself. My mom was downstairs in the kitchen, howling to father about what a rubbish boy I've been. I sat on my bed and angrily stared down at my feet. That's when I noticed that the little spot of white goo on my foot had grown, forming a little sock of sorts. "Goo bugger," I heard it whisper. "Yeah, gooba," I said to me new sock. It started finally making sense to me. Yeah, I want more. The funny goo, as if hearing my request, began spreading across my body. It went all the way up to my neck, and now my body was covered in this white, pungent, semi-translucent substance. Our boy is such a cunt. Our boy is such a twat. Our boy is such an egghead, I heard me mum say before the white goo engulfed my boyish head. "Gooba," I heard the goo say directly into my wee ear. Yes, I thought out loud. I should punch me mum. I jumped off me bed and slid down the staircase. "Oi! There he is now. Come at once. Your father wants to have a word with you," she said, but her words fell on deaf, white gooey ears. I slid across the room, propelled by the goo underneath my feet, which worked in like a tread-like fashion, with my fist out in front of me. I perfectly socked my dumb mother in a stupid mouth. "Blimey! Why'd you do that to your mother?" said their dad. My dad. I slid past both of them and out the door. The sun pounded hard on my white goo exterior. All this power, all this influence, it was all mine. Just then, a bird landed on my shoulder. "Dumb bird, you just got cooped." Fucking idiot. I shouted as it absorbed into my chiseled shoulder. "I've got powers now, like a superhero, innit?" I said to myself. I saw the old man walking by me again. "Oh, more like a super villain," said the old man. I destroyed him. "Oi, it's time to save some chaps, innit?" I said to myself, then made my way to Lobapple, the biggest town in me town. I said hi to some blokes nearby and then checked to see if there's anybody that needed saving. Suddenly, I saw another bird perched up near the top of a building.
Save me.
Saving people had to wait. I needed to get fueled up for my adventure. Using my gooey body, I started working my way up. could feel my spongy muscles flex as I climbed my way up to the bird, I did. After a while, I grabbed onto a bad piece of wall or something because I lost my grip and came barreling down to the ground faster than you could say, skillet on a pillow. Ow. No. Well, I guess I learned my lesson.